Hello again. It's Josh. Something I've been contemplating that the greatest minds have always kind of been on the crux with. Even when one's at peace. Yeah, let me turn off this damn thing. Something wrong with it. Is how the mind always turns on itself, right? And so does the body, right? And there's this constant switchback, which is why I guess 10 or Tigger. Well, come here. Come here. It is the 50th element, right? It's 50 states. And it's SZ. Or no, it's SN. Like sun minus the U. And then how it's put on rooftops as a cheap alternative. But that insulation, man, it just soaks up the heat and transmits it inside the building. It gets hot as hell. And it's folded back and forth to give it strength. Whatever you want to take from that. Which I guess leads into the message, too, of how the system, the idea of the system, supports everyone. And it doesn't support anyone, does it? It needs you to support it in order for it to have any power. But the moment you support it, then it tries to corner you and say, well, so then you got to be this. You're a Democrat, so the Democrats believe in this. You're a Republican, so you got to believe in this. You're a judge, so you have to believe in this. You're a cop, you have to believe in this. You're a citizen, you have to believe in this. You're a preacher, you have to believe in this, right? And it corners us in whatever we want to believe in. And automatically, when you put yourself in that position, then the weird thing is it turns back on you, right? Every position ends up being, I can't think of the phrase right now that always comes to mind, is in a conflict of interest to itself. It supports itself. It's got money now. It's got a place to have its pride. At the same time as that's a hell of a cross, because now it looks like the devil in its own disguise, without disguise, right? If you wanted to be a racist, right? You thought you were racist. See, it's this thinking thing. Because of why? I don't know. But let's just use that as an example. So then you join the KKK. And then, but then we all put on hoods and everything. It's all white on the outside, but we're all a bunch of in the dark. And we can't even see each other's faces. Now we got a clan of blind motherfuckers in all black on the inside of our suits, going around looking for blacks or anybody that looks like us inside out. And so then that's why the N-word changed over time, right? And turned it around. Because, well, that's kind of where each of us is. As soon as you want to be a socialist, everybody have equal, are you the one that's unequal? Because you got to be in charge of it? Or is now everyone above you? So, in a way, I think that, like, it's really weird that the positions of power always like to use those things, those words, in order to mess with everybody. And everybody picks a side or not, but everybody's caught in the crossfire of how, yeah, I'm an American. Well, America's melting pot. It's got everything in it. All languages, all cultures, all temples, all churches, all colors, all language. I said languages. It's the mind. Oh, but then each person, well, I'm a Muslim. Well, I'm white. I'm a country boy. I'm a businessman. Sometimes. But then, everybody in Bhutan is a Bhutanese, and they're all the same. But they're all different too, just like the rest of us. And they probably got Muslims. They probably got Christians. They probably got white people. They got black people. They got Mexicans. So what's the division? If everyone's the same, and everyone's different, but the mind changes. And then to put yourself into a group really corners you and everyone else. Because then, oh, hey, I can talk to this person because, they got cross. So they must be Christian. Oh, but that person's not a Christian. Does it mean I shouldn't like them? They don't go to my church. And so the divisions create divisions. And the togethernesses create togethernesses, which are divisions. And this has been a problem for all of human history, right? Why would a leader be like, I'm against the communists. You're a communist. That means you're a loser. Everybody, you got to be against the communists. Well, doesn't that sound like a commie bastard that's saying that shit? The Muslims are against us. Who's us? The Christians. Well, doesn't that imply that everybody needs to drop all that shit? If it doesn't serve us, we, the people, everybody, everywhere. If each person is a temple, and each person, from one minute to the next, I can go to a Muslim temple, read out the Quran, go through all everything, and then go into the closet, into the phone booth, like Superman, and just change into a Pope's outfit, and walk out, and then go to the Catholic Church, be a bishop, go through, read from the Bible, then I can go in the next phone booth, like Superman, and then become a kindergarten teacher, and then go in the next phone booth, and look, now I'm a cop. Is that person an enemy, or is that person a friend all? I think that by being stuck, believing that there's a right way that is revealed as a concrete thing, that those are placeholders. They're all right, they're all wrong. It's like a meal. When you're hungry, you'll eat cat food. If you're really fucking hungry, you'll eat the grass. But when you're full, yeah, You just keep going to the same place every day. But what's the same place? If we're all here. And it's everything. It all matters. Everyone matters. Everybody matters. It's all Spirit's gift. And those trying to create sides. What are the sides to create? Really? Who's imposing rules, especially if we accept any kind of belief that anyone is better or worse off than anybody else? Like, as soon as, say you win the lottery, now you got all the money in the world, basically. Then everybody hits you up. Everybody wants to rob you. Your face is on the TV and all this shit. Yeah? Well, what about the CEO of whatever company? Just to use a generic, right? But he can walk around every day. And he's got the same amount of money, maybe. Or an actor. But they say when you win the lottery, you got more money than, like, even if you take, like, the cut, you know? You got $200 million. Damn. Most people, they say, only earn $1 million in their entire life. And that's enough to provide for an entire life. And have a family and kids and buy your boat and have 10, 15, 20 cars in your life. And then you got all at once. But then everybody wants you. But nobody wants you. They just want to take it. That's stupid, right? But then Brad Pitt could just walk around, you know, on the street and shit. And people are like, hey, can I get your autograph? You know, you're cool. And nobody's fucking kidnapping him and killing him to fucking steal his wallet. Ain't that weird? That's real fucking weird, I think. That's totally weird. And how somebody could win $200 million and then be probably worse off than before. Because before they had the stability of their job. And even if they were good with their money, somehow everybody finds a way to pick them apart. Maybe that's some kind of lesson that I've been brought to reveal and to teach. I don't know. In how I've been raised by all. Raised by none. Raised by myself. Raised by God. Raised by every religion. Raised by nobody. To do things the way I've done them. Because at the end of the day, we can share our experience. We can hide away. We can count our money like Scrooge McDuck. But communication and supporting each other, that's really all there really is. And no one could do it alone. I mean, no one could really do it all by themselves. Let's see what kind of card wants to come out right now. Yeah. The mess that the world has us all in our heads. This Five of Wands energy. So you got the same person split up, falling, climbing, reaching, pulling himself down, sleeping in the middle of it. You know, when you go to find help, There ain't nobody there to help you. And if they help you, they take more than they give. And if they give you what you need, well, then you take off, don't you? And so they have us all strung up and split up into pieces. Having to lead each other out all by ourselves. Get by ourselves, right? If each is self. And what's the self-made motherfucker, right? That's a real question. If it leaves you stuck. And the target. And, okay, well, the rest of us, we don't know how it is. So we don't need you. What good's your experience? We get the temperance angel. Pouring from one cup into the other. Having to grow and feed ourselves. One hand washes the other. It's interesting how on this card, I find this really interesting. How she's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. But her robe looks like the robe comes up like a wick as drawing all the water up into the hand that's pouring into the other cup. And where's this cup going? Well, where's the river going? Where's her feet going? Where's her head at? This is endless flow of nature. That the ground feeds us all to give us the fire. But the fire doesn't go out. And when it goes out, seemingly, then we could be at our strongest. But if we're at our strongest, separated from each other, it's like being the richest person in the world and stuck out on another planet, yelling back at everybody. Everybody's like looking at the sun going, the fuck that? It's burning. Here, let's go in the shade. It was gone. It doesn't come back tomorrow or the next day, then it starts getting cold. Everybody's like, damn, I wish the sun would come back. It's an endless balance of growth. Oh, shit. Cards falling out everywhere. Split into 4. Pulled out the small exceeding. Into the creative force. Into the great exceeding. To repeated chasms. I believe the message in that is very much revealing in the challenge of whether you're at the top or the bottom of the ladder. You're the richest person in the world, or you got everything you need in your backpack, or you got nothing at all and you're walking through the desert. It's really kind of the same place, ain't it? And you got to turn around and go the other direction. And then once you get there, then you got to turn around and go the other direction. And I suppose that's why they made it so everyone goes to the store, goes to the house, goes to the church, goes to work, I'm going to my best friend's house. I'm going to see my girlfriend. But we're always on a date, aren't we? Regardless of what the number is. And that's the reality of things.